Live from the Jersey Shore to the world. Get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Take the show wherever you go. Download the free Radio Pup app for your smartphone or tablet. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. I'm so discombobulated because we actually had our next guest show up. Thank God. Welcome, Glynis. How are you?
Very good. Thank you for inviting me.
Glynis Wray from the Ocean County Library. We are talking. Glynis, by the way, let me just tell you, she's already beaten me down twice this morning since she walked in. It's great. Number one, it is drizzling out. Okay, I apologize. I said it wasn't raining. It was like a very small chance on my app. Again, I wish I could explain to you. I am surrounded by walls here. I have one view of Zach, and Zach doesn't tell me if it's raining or not because Zach is surrounded also by four walls. We don't see the beautiful Toms River. I can only go by what that thing that Al Gore invented can tell me, which is the internet. So, Glynis, I apologize first for that. And then Glynis said to me, are your kids doing their summer reading? Have they already planned to do that? And I, of course, made some wise apple comment about the value of reading, so we're off to a great start. So, Glynis, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, so why don't you tell everyone what you do at the Ocean County Library?
Well, I'm a supervising librarian. I'm the coordinator of youth services. I started the library in 1998 down in the LBI branch or in Surf City. I worked my way up from being a library assistant to a trainee where I got my master's in library science from Rutgers. I became a librarian, a senior librarian. Then I was a principal librarian of public relations. And now I'm currently the supervising librarian of children's services. And I have my second master's in administration.
So you're really good at school, huh?
I try.
Do you like going to school? Like, if you had the choice, would you be like, I would always be in school?
I'd go back and get my Juris Doctorate, yes.
Really?
I would.
Oh,
if money was unlimited.
I mean, that's fantastic. My wife is the same way. She's like, she just wants to go to school all the time. And I could not get out of school. There was no way that I could get out of school faster than I had. So, all right, well, that's cool. So at what point in your life were you like, you know what? I really like school. I really like reading. I like being around books. I think I'm going to do this for the rest of my life, or I want to be around books.
Well, I'd have to say it was later in life.
Okay.
Because I was going for criminal justice. I was doing a lot of different things. I kind of just switched my whole life around. And
wait, what were you going to do with a criminal justice degree?
I went to school at George Washington University in D.C., and I interned with the Secret Service in the counterfeit division. I did a lot of different things before I came into the library world.
Did you meet Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
That's still on my to-do list.
Is it? I mean, he was in Catch Me. I saw that Catch Me If You Can. I thought if you were in the counterfeit. No, that's not true, right?
No, not at all.
All right. Well, let me write that down. You're dispelling all these myths that I had in my life that are now over. Okay, so you decided that the FBI and the counterfeit division wasn't for you. And so what was the epiphany? What was the moment that changed it all?
Well, actually, I went to become a librarian night at Ocean County Library in the Toms River branch. I'd been working in the Surf City branch, and I almost never came up to Toms River because I was living down in Manahawkin. And they had become a librarian night, and I just wanted to check it out and just see what it was all about. And they had a librarian trainee program, and I got accepted into it, and here I sit.
Is that a current program at the library, Become a Librarian Night?
Actually, we don't have it at the moment, but we'll probably go back into it again because it's a way to get people back in to the training and to go forward. You need, in the state of New Jersey, you need a master's to be a librarian.
To be a librarian.
We're certified by the state.
Wow. And all this time I thought if you could figure out the Dewey Decimal System, you were in good shape. But it's more than that, isn't it?
It really is.
All right. So as the coordinator for youth services, what does that mean day to day? And so first, you're a supervising librarian. Do you supervise one of the particular branches?
Well, I currently sit in the Toms River branch, but I have system responsibilities, which is we have 19 branches and 2 reading centers. We are the largest public library system in the state of New Jersey, something to be really proud of.
Yes.
And so I sit in Toms River, and I supervise a principal librarian, and we have a whole contingency of librarians in Toms River and youth services. But I also go out to the different locations, and I supply them programs and different things for the summer and throughout the year.
Now, I will tell you, until I got back to Toms River, all right, and I'd been gone for 20 years. I was of the impression that libraries were I want to say like a dying breed, right? Because so truth be told, I joke about not reading, etc. But I was a district manager for Borders Books. So I ran 12 Borders Books locations in Philadelphia, Delaware, in that area. And so when they closed up shop because nobody was buying books anymore, it just kind of figured to me that libraries, with everything on the internet, how do you continue to stay relevant as a library?
We continue to stay relevant as a library, and I can see us going forward way into the future because there's always going to be a need for us. We do programming. We offer more than just books.
Right.
We have playaways, we have audiobooks, we have DVDs, we have video games, but our programming in general promotes our circulation.
Right.
And we are a community building place. We have a gathering place. It's,
right. Yeah, so that's really, I think, Glynis, you hit it right on the head to me, is what I've discovered here, especially through the Toms River branch and really all across the Ocean County Library system is, it's not just when you picture a library, you're like, oh, it's a place where I bring my card and I pick out a couple books and, I leave and I have to return them in 2 weeks or else I owe 12 cents, right? So, in fact, I joked with Zarita Maddox, that I hope she never looks up my account because I think I'm pretty sure that I still have a book.
We take privacy very seriously, so we wouldn't look it up. But I have to say, you can still check out materials even if you do have a fine.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But I think after 20 years, it's possible that I owe like $2 or $3. It's a lot. But the perception is a library is just where you kind of check out books. But there's so much going on at the Ocean County Library because it really has become kind of a community center, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So what I want to know is, as a coordinator of youth services, right? Give me what is the one program, right, that you're like the most proud of, something that you do.
Well, right now it's currently March, so I'll say the program that I'm most proud of right now is the Stages Festival. And it's basically a program that's been going on for about 19 years. We bring professional Broadway quality programs to Ocean County Library and to the schools, and we present them to the public free of charge. All of our programs are free of charge.
Okay, and so when you say you bring, what do you mean? What kind of program is this? The Stages Festival? Is it actually performing arts?
It's actually performing arts. We generally have 4 different theater companies. Right now, this season they're presenting 8 different programs at 14 different branches.
Really? And where do they perform?
Well, in Toms River, we just had Alice in Wonderland, and they perform in Mancini Hall on the stage. But even in our smallest locations, we have magicians coming, Robert Aberdeen, and even in the Beechwood branch, he can stroll around through the branch and do sleight of hand magic.
Wow, that is so cool. Okay, so Glynis Wray, coordinator of youth services for the Ocean County Library, supervising librarian. You know what? We are going to, in the next 25 minutes, we are going to dispel all the myths you had about the Ocean County Library. So stay tuned with us. And please, one more thing that I just want to call your attention to. If you work in the FBI's counterfeit Secret Service, you may not meet Leonardo DiCaprio. All right, be right back.
Stay tuned for Preferred Company with Joel Markell and Marianne Levy at 8. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin continues next. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Connect with Jeremy, 732-505-1160. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160, 1310, and WOBMAM.com.
Welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. 46 degrees, getting up to 59. Okay, it may be drizzling. It may not be drizzling. I can't be held accountable anymore for the rain situation, all right? Just move along. It's Tuesday, March 15th, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310 News Talk Radio. Streaming live on the Radio Pup app and at WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160 to join the conversation. We are with Glynis Wray, co-coordinator of youth services at the Ocean County Library. You thought I was going to say supervisor, but I didn't. Glynis, she's a supervising librarian, though. See what I did there? So, Glynis, talk to me. What do you have going on this weekend?
Well, this weekend on Friday and Saturday, it's New Jersey Maker Day, which is being celebrated across the state, and we're celebrating the maker movement. On Friday, we're going to the Toms River schools, and in different locations, they're going to different branches and different schools. On Saturday, from 10 to 3, we're having the grand opening of our maker space, which is a huge accomplishment. It's going to be called Spark Lab, and this is all kind of coming out of a grant that we won from Disney and the American Library Association to create maker kits. We created 6 maker kits. One of them is called Make Me Act Out. It's dealing with puppets in a stage. Make Me Hack It is coding and programming. Make Me Loud is all about musical equipment and making music and noise. Make Me Show Off has got a green screen and iPads and making movies and shows. Make Me Burn It is actually a really cool one with cooking with Will It Waffle. So you can put whatever you want into a waffle machine and see if it'll actually work and will it waffle. And Make Me Write on the Streets is a program that we've coming up in May 7th, which is a big partnership. It's about chalking it up and writing on the ground and chalk.
We used to play Will It Waffle as a drinking game, by the way, in college. I shouldn't really. We'll move along. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Okay, so those sound cool. All right. So now, talk to me about this summer reading thing, right? I know that my kids have to do their summer reading, but I'm going to tell you that I have a friend here, right? And I won't say her name, Ginny Ryan, but her kids, she has them reading 27 books every summer, to get some kind of super award or something. So what is that all about? Okay, well, that's fantastic. We're happy to hear that. We don't want anyone to be made to read. We want this to be fun. No, we want this to be fun. I'm probably projecting my own feelings onto that because I'm sure that the kids love it. I'm sorry, go ahead. Okay, so the summer reading theme this year for children is On Your Mark, Get Set, and Read. The teens is Get in the Game and Read. And for adults who can model the behavior, it's Exercise Your Mind and Read. The overwhelming theme is wellness, fitness, and sports. There's so many benefits of summer reading. Children are motivated to read. Children develop positive attitudes toward reading and the library. Children maintain their skills avoiding the summer slide. Have you heard about the summer slide? Well, is that where you lose everything you learned in the previous year because you shut your brain off for the whole summer? Yes, and in the first 2 months of school, the teachers have to go back and reteach everything. So if we prevent the summer slide, that means they can go forward with their skills. The children also have access to experiences that further their sense of discovery. So if you're part of summer reading and we have these fabulous programs, it's more about fun and video games. We're going to have live video gaming, which that might be interesting to you, I think. Yeah. Life-size games that are people will be the pieces. Really? Yeah, so it's going to be kind of neat. So we're going to have system reading prizes. And, if they do read 27 books, you only need to read 5 to be in our book club. Well, okay. But... to be eligible to win a prize, we're going to have Blue Claws tickets. We have a chance at a 90-day family YMCA pass. We have a lot of different things that we can try and win. Okay. But research confirms that children who participate in summer reading better retain the skills that they have learned during the school year. And the greatest value of a summer reading program in general is to letting the children spend time in a library and to let them choose what they can browse in their own reading materials. Cool. So I would tell you that summer slide thing, I did that slide throughout my whole 20s. Right? I think it lasted from when I was 19 to when I was about 28. And actually, I've had people working with me since then to try and regain all the knowledge that I lost since that. We are talking with Glynis Wray, coordinator of youth services, Ocean County Library, supervising librarian. So much more to talk about with books right after this. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin.
The news is next. Live from the WOBM Newsroom, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from the Bob Levy Broadcast Center overlooking the Toms River, it's time to get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Be a part of the show, 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
We are back with Glynis Wray, Coordinator of Youth Services for the Ocean County Library System and a supervising librarian. And so I don't want to gloss over the fact, you talked about the fact that there are actually there's an adult summer reading program as well. And what was that one?
The adult summer reading is exercise your mind and read.
Ah, okay. Exercise your mind and read. And what did you say to me in the break about why it's so important that adults read?
It's so important so that they model the behavior for the children, because research has shown that if children see their parents or their caregivers reading, that they will pick up a book and model that same behavior.
That's great. And, I'm not going to lie. I've heard that many, many times from someone who lives in the house with me who says that I should read more because the kids, take my cue, right? And so she always says, well, Daddy reads the internet. He's always reading on the computer, which is, of course, I'm playing Clash of Clans on the computer, but whatever. That's a whole separate story. It reminds me of that 80s commercial with the kid. This is going to date me. Do you remember the commercial with the kid doing drugs in his bedroom and the dad walks in, or he's smoking or something? The dad walks in, he goes, "I found these in your," and the kid says, "I learned it from watching you, Dad."
I remember that. You
remember that commercial, right? Zach, you gotta YouTube that one, because that's a killer commercial. I learned it from watching you, Dad.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway, all right. So summer reading important for parents and kids alike. So just to review, this weekend is actually Makers Day.
New Jersey Maker Day.
New Jersey. So it's Friday and Saturday. So Saturday, you guys are unveiling your maker spaces. I know the school system, some of them are unveiling their spaces. It's really great to see that the library, which again, people think of as a place for books, is becoming a place for STEM, STEAM, however you want to reference it. That's really awesome.
Well, our mission is connecting people, building community, and transforming lives. And this is just one way that we're accomplishing that mission.
Right. So again, library really town center. Look at it as a community center, not just a place where you check out a book. All right. So, Glynis, I've given you enough time. All right. You have a magic wand. You have the ability to do something special by just shaking your nose, using your pixie dust, your fairy dust, your magic wand. What are you doing to make an impact?
Well, I'm trying to get everyone to read. That's a simple one.
That you're going to make everyone read?
Yes, because reading is really fundamental. I know that's an old commercial as well.
Reading is fundamental.
I know that's an old commercial, but it's actually true.
Oh, boy. She went all riff on us. Reading is fundamental. Glynis, what's your favorite book of all time?
My favorite book of all time? I would have to say Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, A.A. Milne.
Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, Christopher Robin. I mean, there's so many. I don't think I could put my hands on one particular book that would make me happy. I mean, I have a cherished one, the book that I like, that's Aesop's Fables.
Okay.
That was from my mom that she actually won in Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts?
Yeah, so that's like a book from the 40s. But,
wow. Is there a book that you like? Have you read books multiple times?
Oh, of course. You can go back and read them over time as you get to know the characters, and it just makes you comfortable.
Yeah. And do you ever watch the movie after you read the book, or does that just upset you?
No, I actually enjoy it, trying to compare the differences and see what's involved. Okay.
And are you a physical book person over a Kindle/Nook person? Like, do you own a Kindle or a Nook, or like you use your iPad or something like that? Or do you need like the feel of the book?
No, I'm all of the above, because I do read on my iPad, I read on my Kindles, and I do read the physical book. But when the value, and we actually have playaways at the library. Are you familiar with what a playaway is?
What's a playaway?
A playaway is a little device that's about the size of a matchbook that you could tuck in your pocket. So summer reading could be really cool, because people wouldn't even know that they're doing their summer reading because they're listening to it.
Oh, it's a like, is it Bluetooth or something?
It's not really Bluetooth. It's more like a little MP3 player.
Oh, okay. And you could listen to it. You listen to a book.
Yes, you can listen to the book, and you can also read along with it at the same time if you wanted to. That's another way of getting
All right,
multiple
listen, Glynis, I got a
senses.
problem with this, okay? I have a friend. And I know it's hard to believe. I have a friend who drives about an hour and 20 minutes each way to work, and he listens to books, right, in his car to and from work. That's not reading.
No, it totally is reading. You're actually getting more comprehension because you're involving another sense. My boyfriend commutes to the city every day to work.
Yeah, and you consider that reading?
I totally consider that reading. And in fact, it's the teachers, when they do their summer reading, will consider it summer reading because a lot of the titles that we offer for summer reading are available in audiobooks as well.
Wow. So many ways to read, so many ways to broaden your horizons, especially at the Ocean County Library. Glynis, where can folks learn more about the library system, what's going on, what's on the calendar?
We have a great website that you can access at www.theoceancountylibrary.org.
Okay. And I will tell you, if you guys haven't been on the library website and looked at their calendar, it's almost overwhelming. The amount of activity, the amount of programming, the amount of things that are going on in any given day. Do you know there's like an open mic night for singers at the Ocean County Library? I mean, there is. If you have not checked it out, you are missing out on all the great stuff happening at the Ocean County Library. Glynis, thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning. Thank you for not being the second woman to stand me up this morning. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right,
I've enjoyed
cool.
myself.
And we will talk soon. We'll be right back with more Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin.